Welcome everybody. I am here in Ekaterinburg, Russia with my friend Maria. How are you?
Pretty fine.
Pretty fine. Alright, we're going to dig into dating in Russia, Russian women, relationships, cultural norms, what do women find attractive in men, and all these kind of cool topics. First of all, Maria, how old are you?
26.
And you have a boyfriend?
Sure. Not married yet, but...
Not married yet, but ooh, I see a little bit.
that.
You are waiting for it.
Yeah.
Controversial. So you're going to send this video to your boyfriend with a bit of a knack, knack, knack. Hurry up, son. That's interesting. All right, so how did you meet your boyfriend?
Well, actually, we used to be in the same company. We met at the same company.
So you worked together for some time?
No, not that kind of company, but the friend company.
Oh, okay. So you have mutual
We have
friends.
the common friends, yeah.
Common friends. And you just met for the first time, like
In
at
the
a
gym.
party or?
In the gym,
In the gym.
yeah.
Romantic. And what's a normal way to meet? Like, how do couples that you know, your girlfriends, how did they meet their boyfriends or husbands?
The same way. Actually, just the same way. In a company of friends, it's the most common way to get a partner because you have like common interests, common ways to go. So it's quite a common one.
All right,
Quite
good.
frequent.
The next question will pique every single one's interest, and that is, what do you find attractive in men? What qualities, what traits? If you can, kind of the more important ones first, then we can kind of trickle through. Because I saw your
Okay.
list and I'm like, oh wow, that's a long list.
Yeah, I've got a list.
Uh-huh.
I've got a list. First of all, the men should be ambitious and have the big goals and dream big. That's very important for me. No matter if he's poor or rich now, he needs to be ambitious. Also, generous. That's really important. To just he should be just ready not to share the money, not to give the presents, of course. That's quite pleasant to get the present, but actually it is very important for me when he is ready to share his time. So he's quite generous. Not greedy for the money as well, because when you have some common experiences of travel somewhere or of buying some things or some presents, it is so bad when a man is greedy, really.
Greedy. So, in terms of greedy time, how often, if you're like dating or in a relationship, how often do Russian men and women see each other? But just how many times per week, as an example?
We almost live together, almost live together. So we see each other like every day, but a lot of young couples usually move to the same flat quite fast.
Quite quickly.
Yeah, quite quickly.
And prior to that, like what's like the first like month or two, I guess? Like how does that typically evolve? Does that like straight away we see each other like 5 times a week, or what would be a somewhat typical process, do you think?
I guess if you just met, that's okay to see each other 2 or 3 times a week. So kind of like that. You just need some private space as well. So yeah, when you have just met. But if you've been together for more than 4 months, I think it's okay to move together.
So why do people move together? Is that just a cultural thing? That's they're already seeing each other all the time thing? Maybe an economic thing? Just a financial thing?
No, I guess that's about the time together. So people simply want to spend some more time together, to spend some evenings with the candles, maybe with the wine, some dinners and some other stuff. Also maybe to do sports together. We often went to the trainings together as well. So yeah, that's not a cultural thing. It's just a desire to be closer to the partner.
Okay. What else do you find attractive?
He needs to be sporty.
Sporty. What does that mean? Sporty. Look sporty.
Be
Or just
sporty.
play lots of sports?
Be sporty. Keep the healthy lifestyle. No smoking. No drinking alcohol. For me, that's really important. Well, about the alcohol, that's okay to have a glass of wine 1 time a week, 1 time a month. As for me, he needs to keep the healthy lifestyle. Visit the gym, for example, just some do sports. I do sports too. I keep the healthy lifestyle too. In addition.
All right, so generous with money and time,
Yeah.
healthy lifestyle, sport, and with diet. What else?
Yeah, masculine. He needs to be
Right.
masculine. Maybe wearing a beard. That's not quite important, but he needs to be taller than me. I'm quite a short girl, so he needs to be taller than me.
And what else is masculine? So you identified maybe facial hair, but doesn't matter that much. Taller than you, which I think 90% of guys are. What else in terms of masculine?
The muscles. The muscles and the masculinity is not just about the physical appearance. Not about that at all. Masculinity for me is when he's ready to help. Sometimes he's ready to take some responsibility for you when you're sick, for example, when you just need it. Masculine man isn't tend to moan, isn't tend to complain. That's quite important. So he acts like a real man, not as a boy.
Real man. Keep those ideas coming at me. What else does a real man do, or what does he say, or how does he behave?
Sometimes he takes the responsibility for your meetings, for example. He is ready to take you out from your flat by car, or just to, can we say escort there? Escort?
Escort you there.
Escort you to home after a date or something like this. Also, it's so cool when you're sick and the man brings you some medicine or just some fruits, oranges for the vitamins and etc. Well, that's a manly thing, I guess. Well, also, what is a manly man? Who is a manly man? Well, the responsibility and conscientiousness. That's kind of a difficult word. So yeah, the man should be conscious. So he should understand everything he is doing the best and the most perfect way when he works with a psychotherapist or he's been through the therapy, because he doesn't have any traumas, he's not toxic. So yeah, that's quite important.
Is that common here to go to a psychotherapist?
No, not for Russian men. Russian men are will stay at home sick and even near to death. And only when they're near to death, they will have the doctor appointment. Only in that case. I don't know why. Maybe they're afraid of the doctors, or just simply, well, I can do it myself. Like, I don't need any help. Something like this.
Cool. Which other traits?
Okay, hold on. I need to
Man,
check.
we're about to go to
again.
0.
Yeah.
Oh, this 1% lasts forever.
About the appearance. Clean hands, clean nails, and a white teeth. White teeth, white smile, brilliant smile. And also,
I've noticed that some young people here have really yellow teeth. Not just like a little bit shade off, which is normal, but like really hard. Like, I don't know what's going on, but
that's a common one. That's a common one because people are afraid of the dentists,
okay.
and they do not pay much attention to self-care. To like
just like daily brushing or 12-hourly brushing.
the majority of people do it only once a day.
Wow.
There. So yeah, that's quite important. So the clean appearance. Also, a man should be educated and intelligent.
Educated and intelligent.
Yeah, educated not about the universities and something like this, but this person should have many interests, be a bit versatile, and just know many things, many even basic things, and not be just stupid. When you meet a stupid person, you simply have nothing to talk about. Well, I prefer to spend a lot of time with my partner, so we really need to speak about something. Well, yeah, intelligent, smart, and educated, and also. How is it called? The last but not the least, or the least but not the last?
No, the first time.
The last but not the
least.
least. He should be tender with me, but quite strict with the others, especially on the work. So he is responsible. He is strict with his personal borders, some private borders.
What does that mean, or what's an example of that?
Okay, when you do not allow other people insult you, when you do not other people break your borders, like, let me give an example. Be very, very late to the dinner, for example. Be offensive, be insulting, and be quite harsh in the words. In this way, you break someone's private borders. So a man should know his private borders. And but be tender with me.
Well, let me interrupt just for one moment. If you're enjoying the video, you're getting value from it, you think it's a great watch, please click like, and then I know that you want more of this type of content. And of course, if you're a regular viewer and you're not a subscriber, time to reach out and commit and hit subscribe. All right, let's change gears a bit. Let's talk about Russian food, one of my favorite topics. What's your favorite Russian food, Maria?
Well, as for me, it's the salad vinaigrette and the Russian pancakes. Our pancakes are really different from the European pancakes we are used to. Well, they are really different. Very tasty with the eggs inside. Very tasty with the sour cream and maybe even together. And also the vinaigrette. I'm not sure that it's really a Russian cuisine, but probably it is. We can find there the beetroot, the boiled carrot, boiled potatoes, the peas, if I'm not mistaken, and the pickled cucumbers. And also some oil is added, some salt. Well, yeah, it's really tasty actually.
So where's the you hear your stomach churning. What's giving it the flavor? You were saying boiled. Where does the taste come from in that? If everything's boiled, it doesn't taste like much, or it's okay.
No, that's
It's okay. No,
it's really tasty. I guess if you are there, if you're around in Ekaterinburg for a few days, maybe you could visit the same stolova, the same canteen, and maybe you could find it there. It's really tasty salad. Really tasty.
All right,
So-
take your word for it. And the pancakes. So I love how versatile pancakes are here.
Yeah.
Like blini, I'm sure you guys probably know
Blini,
this.
yeah.
You can have it like sweet, or you can have it savory with meat, tvorog inside, all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. It's quite versatile.
That's
I do
right.
quite like that. I think most of the salads are, acquired tastes, but I think the pancakes are pretty useful. I have to say, pretty useful.
Yeah, I prefer, as my granny makes the pancakes for me with the eggs. She makes the rolls from it with the eggs. She adds there some salt and some oil. That's the most delicious pancakes from my childhood. That's really.
I can feel the love coming through as you say it.
I got
Yeah.
hungry, really got hungry.
Oh
I
man,
need to have
can
it
you
evening
do me a
after.
favor? Can you say babushka instead of granny? I think my audience will just like
Babushka,
it.
of course.
Babushka, like
Because
that's one of our favorite words.
The granny and the babushka concept, they're really different, because the granny
Ooh.
is like just a granny, but a Russian babushka is is like a cultural subject.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's wearing some old dresses. She's having the short hair. She's making piroshki. That's the number one.
What is that? It's not like pierogi. You said piroshki.
You
What is
don't
that?
know what the piroshki is?
I've probably eaten it, but didn't know the name.
Pierogi and piroshki. Also, the piroshki is also one of my most favorite dishes from the childhood, especially. I do not eat it now. I'm kind of into healthy diet and something like this. So it's just the dough, some fried on the pan dough with some, like, you can add eggs and onions to the inside. You can add some meat.
It's kind of like a Samsa
No.
with the on the outside, the
no,
pastry. No, different. Okay.
The Samsa, Ekaterinburg, Piroshki. This is just the pastry. If we sum everything up, it's just a pastry, but this pastry is really different. Ekaterinburg is actually the dish from Kazan. If you go there, try it. It's just the dough with the meat inside with a triangle form. Samsa is a rectangular pirojok, if I'm not mistaken. And simple Russian piroshki look like this, with something inside. I also loved the piroshki with carrot, with apples, with revin. Probably you don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is in English. I even am not sure that it can be grown in some European countries. But that's a plant which is actually really, really sour. But when you make piroshki from it, it got a really tasty, really sweet. So yeah, piroshki.
So tell me, what is your favorite thing about living in Russia, growing up in Russia, this kind of stuff?
Oh, the number one for me is nature. Our nature is amazing, really amazing. That's not the one you can find there in the park, but if you travel around Russian region, especially around our Ural region, about the mountain, the Urals, this is breathtaking, I promise. I can send you some pictures after we need to edit, like, to put it to
I'll
the
put some
video.
photos over now
I've been
to emphasize the point.
I've gone hiking for many times this summer, so I can send really good pictures.
Cool.
Well, the nature and also the simplicity to grow and to succeed. I think, and I'm sure that in Ekaterinburg it is really easy to become higher. It is really easy to become more successful. Well, for me, I guess.
How do you
That's
define success? What does success mean for you?
the definition, you mean, for me? Oh, well, that's a really good question. For me, success is when you live a free life with no hurry, with enough money in your pocket, with the big family around you, with the people who you love, and by whom you are loved.
That's a pretty solid definition, Maria. That's pretty solid. I was waiting for something that I wasn't probably going to not agree with, but not say anything. But that's fair. That's pretty reasonable.
Well, actually, for me, the success is also, that's not the main point, but it's really important, is when you have, well, my dream is when you have a big house, wooden house, near the lake, near the river. When you wake up and you understand that you don't need to hurry, that you just have the whole day made for you. You can do some yoga, you can do some meditations without thinking that you need to go somewhere or do something. When you are absolutely relaxed about your work, absolutely relaxed about your private life and your family, when you're simply happy. Well, that's a success, I guess. I guess
Very
success
nice.
goes hand by hand with happiness.